everyone, Bethany here and welcome to my channel. Today is Embossing Folder Friday and I am going to be using this really cute Spellbinders sweater weather embossing folder. I have a kind of a simplistic idea, but I'm also going to use the Simon Hurley cutting die, the Candy Stripes cutting die, and the Maker Forte Holiday Spotlights. So I'm going to start with my card front. This is actually a card mess up slash grab from when I have a glass mat and I want to clean up my ink real quick. I just do this and let it dry. And so I'm going to use the texture of this to create something really cool and awesome. So before I go ahead and put this in the embossing folder, I'm going to go ahead and add some shadowing. I'm going to use the Independence Color Hive ink first, and I am just going to cheat a little bit and brush some directly onto the edges. This is going to give a little extra texture, but it's also going to make it when I, oops, I got some on my finger, go figure. When I go ahead and start blending, it's going to simplify life for me. I want a little bit of that distressing, but I'm going to also want some blending too, just to create a vignette. This is going to be a mix and a play on textures and mixed media. Trying to keep it as simple as possible and quick as possible, but also give it a lot of oomph and style and design. So that's really all I'm going to do. I'm not going to add a whole lot. It doesn't need a whole lot. It just needed that little extra emphasis to add the mixed media look. So I'm going to set that aside, and off screen I'm going to go ahead and run this through my Cuttlebug with the embossing folder. And coming out of the embossing folder, you can see how pretty that is. Even with the slight shading, you can tell that's definitely sweater material, but it's going to end up being the background. So I'm going to now go ahead and use the die cut on some paper. So I went ahead and cut out this white glitter cardstock. It's from Michaels. A word of warning though, when you are using this with dies, and this isn't the first time I've used this kind of cardstock with dies, it has a tendency to flake instead of cut all the way through. It will give the impression as if it's cut all the way through. On the corners especially, it'll punch right through, but then certain other places it won't. And that's just because of, basically it's cheaper paper. I got it from Michaels, but I did use some scrapbook mint tape, so that's what you see behind. Now I am just going to use Barely Art Glue. I'm not going to be super careful. I'm just going to basically put a few dots in the middle, kind of sporadically, hoping that it catches enough of the lines that it will adhere. And I will definitely be pressing this under a weight. Make sure that the lines don't lift. Just putting a few dots here and there, making sure it's as secure as possible. Making sure each corner has plenty of glue, because that's what will tend to lift the most, and each grouping has plenty of glue at the joining part of it. All right, I'm going to set this aside under a weight while I work on my sentiment. All right, so I have loaded into my Stamparatus a nice bright blue, and the stamp I'm going to use is from the Maker Forte stamp set called Holiday Spotlights, and I'm using the one with the reindeer, and I am going to just ink it up with the Independence. We'll keep it within the same color scheme. That nice bright red. I don't know why, but lately I've been liking a lot of red with the blue, and using my smusher. Going to get as good of an impression as I can, and I didn't smush hard enough, so I'm going to do it one more time. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the nested circles from Maker Forte. It's a die set. It comes in a cute little pouch, and I'm going to go ahead and make myself a ornament, so to speak, out of this little reindeer. And I will do that off screen, so I'll be right back. So I went ahead and did the blue through with some mint tape, and it came out perfect. And then I also, because I want a little outline, did it with the glitter. And now we have just one size larger, but perfect right around the outside. And now I'm going to go ahead and glue these all together using the Barely Art glue. Just going to put a nice generous layer on here because there's the glitter. I want to make sure that some of the glitter doesn't come off and accidentally loosens the, I guess we're going to call it a decal now, but loosens this little round reindeer cute stamp. And then I'm going to set that aside and place it under a block to dry. While that is still drying, I'm going to go ahead and put my card front on a card base. I'm going to use my hack of using the Michaels pre-made card bases. This one is the only red one I could find immediately. I'm sure I have more red, but they are hiding away from me. This is what happens when I have a craft fair during the week. I lose track of things very quickly, like my glue and other things. So now I am just going to place the card front onto the base, and I didn't leave allowance. That plaid on the back will be a little surprise for the person who gets this card, but it still fits on theme. And then I'm going to go ahead and place that under an acrylic block while it dries. Now that this one seems to be mostly dried, I'm going to start adding some foam tape to the back, so when this one's pretty dry, we will be ready to put it on. And just placing 4 strategically placed pieces of foam tape on here. And the Barely Art glue is nice because it dries fairly quickly, so you don't have to wait a whole long time for things to meld. But I'm just going to go ahead and place this just a little above center. And if you've seen any of my videos, I explain that this is a photography trick. It reads better. The eye generally goes left to right, top to bottom. So that's why you put your focal point just a hair above center, especially on greeting cards. Dead center just never looks right for most things. Some things, yes, you can do that, but most things graphically, dead center does not work. And there you have the quick, fast, easy, embossed, die cut, stamped card that is ready to go. I can mass produce these. This took maybe 10 minutes total, slightly interrupted, but from start to finish. And I could easily mass produce these, especially using something like the Stamparatus for the stamp, using the dies, all of that. And it's fun. It will ship nicely. It's not too thick. And I can't wait to make a bunch more. So thank you for joining today's hop. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I'm going to start cleaning up while I say goodbye to everybody. But I wanted to also let you know that I will be doing a giveaway this upcoming week. So you want to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you know when things are going to be happening. I will also be participating in another hop where there will also be several giveaways. So you want to make sure. I will be participating on Sunday live. So don't forget to check that out and click all the links below because there are giveaways galore. There are coupons. I will also leave a coupon code for my shop. We have a lot of last minute crafty gifts for your relatives, friends, whomever you forgot. And we have a quick ship time between 24 hours and 3 days at the most for most of our products. So unless it's a special order that I have to custom design, then we can talk about a different time frame. But anyways, I hope you liked today's simple and easy card. And don't forget to check out the links down below for the rest of the hop. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. Have a wonderful day. And don't forget to find the joy in your day and happy making. Bye, everybody. right over the top of the sweater the sweater weather embossing folder. Gives this cool vignette, but don't mind my screaming children. I'm just going to use some glue, if I can find my glue. Where did my glue go? Oh no. See, my glue went with me to a craft fair, and of course I can't find it when I need it. Here is the glue, because that's also a great place that is I can't even, no, I'm not even going to try to say that. Nope, taking that completely out. Anyways. It's been a I needed 3 brownies after dinner kind of day, so that's kind of the day I'm having, so meh. It's all gravy. Oops. Of course, I hit record and I'm not ready to record.